Come on, find them squirrels. That's it, Rod. Go find them. You get them. Hello, folks. Hope everybody's keeping well out there. She's another cool one in Saskatchewan. Winter won't leave us alone. Went to -3 or 4 last night, still -2. Yesterday we had snow squalls. Winter just doesn't want to leave us let go. I was getting really excited about training camp, but hope it's not this cold for training camp. I'm just a few weeks away yet. What happened in Ryderville? They had an announcement about perks for the season ticket holders. They've added a few special gate to get in the building and gifts, I guess, of some sort, lanyards, and a few perks for the season ticket holders. I'm sure that's appreciated. I know there's a lot of people complaining about it anyway, about no benefits for being a season ticket holder, and some of these people have been season ticket holders for ages and ages, and no perks whatsoever. And this year it looks like they've upped her a bit anyway. I'm sure that'll be appreciated. I'm not sure what the gift is. Really haven't heard. They used to do that before, but I just got away from that. Analyst is finally listening to a few people. I know, like, my biggest complaint was the price of beer, and I said it's ridiculous how much they charge at the game, especially if you got sponsored beer, and they're getting a hell of a price to get it. They don't have to gouge the fans, and they came up with the $5 beer before games. It's the best thing they ever did for me anyway. I couldn't believe it, you know, like, why not have something going to get people going before the game, get some sort of a party atmosphere. They could really improve on that too, as far as I'm concerned, for tailgate type things going before the game. Should be before every bloody game. There's not that many games at home anyway. And another thing they added this year, they've got those flex packages, 10 tickets. So I'll probably look into that if I can gather the money together, and that way I can take a few people, or you know, use up 4 here, 4 there, and 2 or something. Go to a few games, and you get a little bit of a deal on your pricing buying 10 at once, and you can use all of them at once. Or I buy that for a lot of, for the junior hockey. I do that too. They have flex packages, and I use it that way. What I was going to talk about also is, I didn't talk about the East Division yet. I'll review a bit of the East Division. I think it's going to be a close race out there too, big time. Hard to pick a winner, you know. Like Toronto, they lost one slew of players, big time, you know. And I like them Whitty out there. He's a decent coach. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten more offers down south, to tell you the truth. But I guess it'll hinge on how Kelly goes. You know, even if he's ready to come back, I don't even know how severe his injury was last year. They still got Arbuckle. Came in and played miracle for the Grey Cup. That's why I'm not really too worried. Toronto, I think they're the biggest supplier of talent in the CFL. Like, they lost one hell of a lot of players, and now, you know, they've got a lot of ex-riders over there. You know, even Jason Shivers, our defensive coordinators over in Toronto, and you know, they basically got our old defensive line. They got Cox, Christmas is there. He played with us. And and Lanier. Yeah, Lanier's there too. So, you know, all three of those guys are out of Saskatchewan. But they'll, I'm sure, be picking up quite a few new guys. They always seem to be able to find the talent. Come on, Ryder. Good boy. Oh, you're fast, Rod. Oh, running fast today for an old timer. But they've got, you know, really decent running game. They picked up that Kevin Brown now too out of Edmonton, and they got Kadeem Carey. He's a decent running back too, and they also have Cameron Judge over there too. Plus they got one of the best middle linebackers in the league, that McManus. It'll be a tough team, and I'm looking forward to seeing them hit the field. What's next? Hamilton. I don't know. I'm picking Hamilton to make the playoffs out there. They might even get into first place. It'll all depend how Bo goes. He'll go how Bo goes. Levi Mitchell there. He actually, I'd given up on him. He looked terrible, throwing more interceptions than touchdowns, and he turned that around last season and played a hell of a lot better. And they've added a lot of good depth there. I like that they got that Ted Govey out of Winnipeg, general manager. That guy did a lot of good for Winnipeg and seems to be able to find the right guys. Plus he robbed a couple of those guys from Winnipeg. You know, they got Liam Dawson, the offensive lineman. Plus they got Lawler. You know, that's going to be a hell of a target for Bo. And what else? Oh, they got Stubblefield. I think they'll be a decent team also. You know, I liked how they were playing last year. You know, seemed to be gaining momentum right through the year. Then what's the next one? Montreal, out there with Moss. Yeah, with Moss as the head coach. They've moved that Alexander, gave him the contract, booted Fajardo over to Edmonton, and I think he might be the next star in the CFL, to tell you the truth. I really like how he played. I can see why they went with him. Doesn't surprise me one bit. And then they got Anthony Cavillo as their offensive coordinator. He's gonna work magic with that Alexander. Like that Cavillo, he wasn't much of a scrambler like that. Alexander's got a different style. I like his style. Runs the ball, throws it, and it's a threat with every two-dimensional. Cavillo was more get rid of that ball quick, but that'll really help Alexander. They also have a decent running back with Fletcher. You know, he's a pretty good running back, so they should have a pretty good offense. Kept a lot of their same receivers as far as I know. And on defense, they've had pretty good results. Had some of the best defense in the league for the last little while. Sort of went downhill a bit last year, but I like that Duquay Canadian safety. I sure wish we could have picked him up. Yeah, I think they even extended him. I'm not sure. Oh, they did bring in Oakman, I think, too, though, on defense. That's a good pickup. He's a decent player. Plus, they got a fairly good backup, actually, with Bethel Thompson. You know, if Alexander doesn't perform or goes down, they got a decent backup with Bethel Thompson. Toronto, they'll be there for sure. What's left? Ottawa. They extended Bobby Dice. He seemed to get the team to gel pretty good last season. Of all the teams, Ottawa was probably the biggest surprise. Another guy they just got there coaching is Rick Campbell. I think that's pretty funny. He goes from head coach to special teams coach out there in Ottawa. He'll help the coaching staff out there big time. Yeah, quarterback, they got quite a quarterback group there in Ottawa. Of course, they're going to probably start Drew Brown. He was coming on and he got more experience now. And they got Tyree Adams, Dustin Crum. Can't remember the other guy's name. What's the other? Oh, Matthew Schultz. Yeah. They got a hell of a good group there coming. I'm gonna go back this way. It's muddy. Come on, Rod. Let's go this way. But they've got added quite a few people out there in Ottawa. A lot of people picking them in the bottom, but I don't know, probably, I guess it'll all depend a lot on how these teams gel together. I think one of the better moves is they traded, and they got Steinbach there now. I don't know if he's too old now or what. They swap with Butler. I still think Steinbach's better running back than Butler. Well, it'll all depend on, I guess, Steinbach's age. He's a hell of a runner when he's going full bore, that's for sure. Yeah, they got quite a few good linemen now too, Guys that really improved was at Wakefield, Michael Wakefield. He decent improvement there. And I like that Tala guy. I think he plays in the nose there. He's a decent guy. Both, they got a decent defensive line, and that's where you win games big time. The only guy I can't believe they picked up was Amari Henderson. Jesus, I don't know. He didn't do much for us, that's for sure. Ryder, come on. Come on, let's go. But they've got that Santos Knox in the middle. I like him too. He's a decent middle linebacker. And what else? They picked up Albright. I wish we'd be able to keep him. I like that Albright. For sure, he's a decent player. Yeah, their defensive line, I think is going to be all right. I don't know. More I think about it, I don't know who the hell not going to make the playoffs out there. I think this league is to me getting more and more even. There doesn't seem to be one really poor team anymore. Like every week you could go out and lose to anybody, and I guess that's the way you want her. The more competitive the league, the better. And I think we got a hell of a competitive league. But I'm gonna put my betting on Hamilton. For some reason, I just think they're gonna come on and they'll win the East. And I think Toronto's still not gonna drop off. That could be the actual biggest difference. Toronto could really either come on big time or go backwards big time, especially with the like D line. Hell of a lot of change there, and I don't know if they improved, that's for sure. Unless, of course, like I said, Toronto can always seem to find those guys coming out of the woodwork. They find some really good Americans. And I don't know, but I think it'll be Hamilton, Toronto, Montreal, and I think a lot of that'll hinge on how good that Alexander comes out. But like I said, they still got Bethel Thompson as a backup, so. And then there's Ottawa. I think, you know, maybe, I don't know if they just were shooting above their pay grade last year, or they are actually for real. But if they are, you know, they got a lot of good possibilities, that's for sure. Hi, buddy. Well, how's he going?
Well,
you running lots with him?
He's quite aggressive.
Is he? Oh, don't be aggressive. And it's not good being an aggressive dog.
No, that's true.
No, it's not good.
Whenever dogs walk by,
Oh.
he barks at them.
Oh, he does. Yeah, you don't want an aggressive dog though. That's how I'm looking at it for the East. Really looking forward to the first snap of the ball, that's for sure. Anyway, again, comment down below who you think and how they're going to finish. A lot of guys have already on my channel their predictions. I don't know, like I said, it'll be hard picking who the hell is going to end up missing the playoffs this season. Hi. How's it going?
Well, someplace up ahead is my grandkid.
Yeah, I seen him. Yeah, I seen him. He's up there. He went to the left up there.
Just after this fence?
Yeah, they went to the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
No, he's running with him. He at least he's getting the dog, wearing the dog down a bit.
Good.
But anyway, put down below how the hell you think your team is, and if you're a Rider fan, I'm sure most of my viewers are Rider fans, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. Especially, I actually got a few more subscribers. Pretty soon camp will start, and hope to be there every day depending on the health. If I can make her over there, I'll be there, and right from rookie camp on. And anyway, comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe, help me out, really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you all again soon. Stay healthy, stay out of trouble, and be good, and take care, and go Riders go.